Hi, it's Rob Bryanton, and welcome back to the Imagining the 10th Dimension video blog. Today's entry, I'm just a tiny little guy down in the corner here because I really want you to see the image that's behind here, which concerns this blog entry called Disorders of the Mind. You can find this if you go to 10thdimension.com/blog, and I do invite people to do that because there's all these other links that happen within the text of the blog that can help to expand what we're talking about here. The blog entry goes like this. In blog entries like The Geometry of Music, or Information Equals Reality, or Music and the Dance of Creativity, we've talked about creativity as patterns of information that are shared across time and space. Now, the painting we're looking at right now is by a Canadian artist, Anne Adams is her name. It's a visual interpretation of Ravel's Bolero. It's called Unraveling Bolero. Here's some excerpts from the surprising information about this painting revealed in a recent article in New Scientist magazine. This article is written by Peter Aldhaus. It's called Bolero, Beautiful Symptom of a Terrible Disease. And these are excerpts from the article. Once again, the link is within there. If you'd like to go read the whole article, I invite you to do so. Some paintings are meant to be appreciated in silence, but not this one. It is called Unraveling Bolero by Canadian artist Anne Adams and is a bar-by-bar representation of the popular classical piece Bolero by Maurice Ravel. The painting also provides a scientific window into the creative mind. When Adams completed Unraveling Bolero in 1994, her brain was starting to be affected by a neurodegenerative disease or condition called primary progressive aphasia. It later robbed Adams of speech and eventually took her life. In its early stages, however, the condition seemed to unleash a flowering of neural development in a brain area that integrated information from different senses. In part, Unraveling Bolero may be a beautiful symptom of a terrible disease. This is the view of a group of neurologists led by William Seeley and Bruce Miller of the University of California, San Francisco. And here's the jaw-dropper. Ravel is thought to have suffered from the same condition, which may have drawn him towards repetitive patterns such as the themes that cycle through Bolero. Adams was unaware of this and of her own condition while working on her painting. In Unraveling Bolero, was I saying that right before? Unraveling Bolero, sure. Each of the vertical figures represents a bar of music, with its height corresponding to volume, and the color representing the pitch of Adams' favorite note within the bar. Like the music, the theme repeats and builds until a change of color to orange and pink, representing the key changes that precedes Bolero's dramatic conclusion. Every last detail has some meaning, says Seeley. With Imagining the 10th Dimension, one of the questions I've asked is whether other unusual brain states induced by music, trance, hallucinogens, or other disruptions to what we think of as normal function might be giving us glimpses into the behind-the-scenes processing that our brains could be doing as we navigate through our fifth-dimensional probability space, unaware of the gyrations and connections that are happening from the dimensions above while we travel down what feels like a straight line of time. Blog entries like Flatlanders on a Line and Time is a Direction are related to this. Lately, I've been reading a book by David J. Brown called Conversations on the Edge of the Apocalypse, a collection of interviews with deep thinkers and big dreamers like Ray Kurzweil, Bruce Sterling, Deepak Chopra, Rupert Sheldrake, Edgar Mitchell, Robert Anton Wilson, and many more. I'm sure I'll be continuing to quote from this book other times in upcoming entries. Since so many of these experts in their fields are promoting ideas that can be so easily integrated into my way of visualizing how our reality is constructed from the background state of the omniverse, I believe David J. Brown's book works as a great companion piece to my own project. Dr. Clifford Pickover, for instance, has some interesting comments in Conversations, the book, about DMT and a brain condition known as temporal lobe epilepsy. This is what he says. Temporal lobe epilepsy, or it's abbreviated TLE, can produce profound religious experiences. Some researchers have gone so far as to suggest that the mystical religious experiences of many of the great prophets were induced by TLE. This is not to demean religious experiences, because all experiences are mediated by our brain states. Perhaps TLE is a doorway to valid dimensions of reality. In my book, Strange Brains and Genius and the Paradox of God, I discuss several nuns with TLE who apprehended God in TLE seizures, and who described the experiences in glowing words. More recently, at my weblog, realitycarnival.com, I published an article going much further. My controversial premise is that DMT and the pineal glands of biblical prophets gave God to humanity and let ordinary humans perceive parallel universes. As we discussed, the molecule DMT is a psychoactive chemical that causes intense visions and can induce its users to quickly enter a completely different environment that some have likened to an alien or parallel universe. DMT is also naturally produced in small quantities in the pineal gland in the human brain. Again, those are not my words. That's from Clifford Pickover in the book Conversations on the Edge of the Apocalypse. Now, in my song, From the Corner of My Eye, I explored some of these same themes. The second verse and chorus tie in nicely to what we're talking about here. The lyrics go, "In a corner of my mind I questioned, how could there be more than this world of ours? Just a trick of vision, disorder of the mind? A pattern of tiny twirling stars at the corner of my eye. From the corner of my eye I saw the dance and spin of other worlds within, such a mystery. From the corner of my eye, hidden in the folds, those other worlds untold. How can it be?" So right after I posted this blog entry, I also came across a new TED Talk by a fellow named Vilayanar Rakamandran about situations of damage to the brain, which might be showing us how things are connected together within our minds as well. And that is just another adjunct to this discussion about disorders of the mind. So this is all for this blog entry. We're going to finish off with a video recorded of just me sitting at my old 100-year-old player piano playing this song, which is called From the Corner of My Eye. That's all for today. From Imagining the 10th Dimension, enjoy the journey.
From the corner of my eye, I saw it. Thought I caught a glimpse at the edge of sight. Just a tiny gleam, very hard to see. I flutter like 1,000 wings in flight. In the corner of my mind, I questioned, how could there be more than this world of ours? Just a trick of vision, disorder of the mind, a pattern of tiny twirling stars. At the corner of my eye, at the corner of my eye, I saw the dance and spin of other worlds within. Such a mystery. From the corner of my eye, hidden in the folds, those other worlds untold. How can it be? In the corner of my heart, I felt it. There's so many worlds that we cannot see. Just around the corner, hard for us to turn. Angels dancing endlessly. At the corner of my eye, at the corner of my eye, I saw the dance and spin of other worlds within. Such a mystery. From the corner of my eye, hidden in the folds, those other worlds untold. How can it be?